What is happening, YouTube? How y'all doing today? It is Joe, just your average Joe. It is Wednesday. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Man, eBay's been, I'll just say, eBay's been doing pretty good lately. So another good day. I know this isn't going to keep up. So eBay's going crazy right now. I know. In about 10 days, this is all going to start fizzling out, and we're going to get back to normal. But I'm enjoying the ride for now. We had some good sales, good dollar amount. We crushed the goal between yesterday and today. We got this. We'll go ahead and cover that. We got some comments to cover, and that's about it. Don't have a whole lot going on today. Been kind of a lazy day. Did some grocery shopping this morning, getting ready to go do my pickup. I gotta do a little bit of errands. I got my friend Chris, my buddy Chris, that's the video game guy that's been selling me a lot of really good stuff. Has three manuals he sent me. One being Dragon Breath of Fire 2, which is like $40, Chrono Trigger, which is like 70, $80, and Mega Man X3, which is like $200 to $300, and he's going to sell it all to me for about $175. So I was like, sold. I'll get it, and they're all in really nice condition. All three of them are really, really nice condition, so they should get premium. Heck, the last sale on the Mega Man X3 manual by itself went for $350. So it's no brainer. He definitely gives me great deals, so definitely appreciate him. But I'm gonna meet him in town and do a pickup, and so that's all. That's all I really got going on today. Let's go ahead and cover comments, and we'll go over sales. If you have not hung out with me before, again, my name is Joe. I've been reselling on eBay full time for about 8 years, give or take, and but buying and selling stuff on eBay since 2000, long time. Been around a while. See my fair share of stuff. We'll just say that. But anyway, we'll go ahead and start with comments. This one, let's see where we at. Kurt, starting off with Kurt, says, yo, average Joe, way to go crushing the goal. My eBay's been popping off too. How about them Wolverines, man? How about them Wolverines? Hey, I'm glad your eBay's popping off. The Wolverines, the only game that mattered is the game that they won. It doesn't matter that they're 6-5 and are going to go to a crappy bowl game. Doesn't matter. We beat Ohio State. That's all that matters. So good deal. Yeah, definitely was a good game. Next one up is Warpig. Warpig, welcome back. And Kurt, appreciate you coming back, man. Been a little while since you've commented. It is brisk. I should be wearing my hoodie. It is brisk again. This cold front needs to go away, man. It's cold. It's like 42 degrees right now. It's freezing. So Warpig, appreciate you commenting. Says typically I leave the words like mint and excellent out. Let me make sure my mic's good. Mint and excellent. In my listing, keep the words like mint and excellent for my listings or words out. At least for action figures, it feels like condition can be subjective. I go as far as saying these items are pre-owned, used, and will be subject to scuffs, paint wear, and highlight noticeable flaws, loose joints, damage. I feel like the moment people read words like mint, excellent, they assume no flaws. And the next thing, I'm dealing with a collector expecting a 30-year-old figure in the right out figure, 30-year-old figure in right out of the package condition doing a return. There aren't many has to be mint collectors out there. Thankfully, those guys will just buy it sealed and open it. But I want them to ask questions on condition as every collector views what's considered a flaw differently. I mean, I guess I kind of understand. Yarina kind of follows up and says, I agree with you. When I have something that to me is an excellent in mint condition, I don't say it. I just list it as good, but still charge high price. And when they get it, it always says it's better than expected, because honestly, the condition is subjective. But I think in mint, it's mint, others don't. And when I think it's poor, others think it's good. So I avoid that too, because even when you say it's used, they expect new. I don't disagree with either one of you. However, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, and again, even with figures, I mean, if you have a nice, very nice figure that doesn't have paint chips, that has tight joints, that has no flaws really on it, that looks darn near like it came out the package, you're going to leave that money on the table and not put down this is an excellent condition and take close-up pictures on that and say and articulate that in your listing. If you're not doing that, you're leaving money on the table for sure. I mean, obviously, yes, condition can be subjective, but it's also can be very similar in most folks' opinions on things. Now, if you put something as excellent and it's got paint flaws and it has loose joints and it has, scuffs and scrapes on it, then it's not excellent condition. So you wouldn't want to do that. You wouldn't want to say mint. I don't normally don't say mint, but I normally will say like new or near new condition or excellent condition or nice condition if those said items are. And that's just me. Again, to each his own. Everybody, Yarina and Warpig, keep doing what you're doing. But I can tell you, I don't normally have returns. In fact, I hardly ever have returns based on condition factor. Have I had a customer here or there occasionally? The last one I can think of was probably 6-8 months ago on a Final Fantasy game. The guy said it was in good condition as I said it was. Okay, whatever. I'll take a hit every several, I don't know, 1,000 items or so. I'll take a hit. Or 500 items or so. I'll take a hit now and again. But I do, like for video games, the cases are nice, the artwork is nice, the disc is like flawless with no scratches. The case feels nice and silky, like it came straight out of the container, the packaging. I'm going to put down like new condition, or maybe not like new, but excellent condition, almost like new, especially if there's no scratches on the discs at all. It's still mint. And again, I would say that correlates to most things. I mean, clothes, same thing. If you got a nice shirt that's like mint condition, excellent, I would articulate that. And again, that's just me. I understand the subjectiveness of condition. I do understand that some people think this and some people think that. But if your item is actually in very, very, very nice condition, like new, excellent, for toys, again, what we just mentioned, tight joints, no flaws, no scuffs, no paint issues, just glossy still. Give video games, clothing. I mean, whatever it is that you're selling, you should have a pretty good baseline on what is kind of in that excellent range, what's in that, good or very good range, and then what's in, if it's not in the best condition, I leave condition out. I do articulate condition when it needs to be articulated. And so my listings in those instances, like the stuff I got from Home Dude, that his video games are like mint. I put that in each of those listings. Excellent condition, almost like new, no flaws in the disc. Case feels brand new, all that kind of stuff. And I try to, and then I'm going to command a premium. The high sale on people selling them like new are like $40, where all the rest of them are selling for like $20, $25. Well, I'm going to try to shoot for the $40 because the ones I have, and they do sell because I've articulated that. Now, again, to each his own. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing on it unless I start getting an influx of customers saying it's not in the condition you said it's in. Then maybe I'll consider, and it's just like anything else, then I'll consider maybe changing up my process and my procedure. But until then, I'm gonna keep shooting for the moon on those condition sensitive items that are in amazing condition, because we've all been around the block a while. We should be able to determine and decipher what is excellent condition in the niche that we sell in. So if because you see those things all the time. So I see this particular game all the time. It's always beat up, or it's always the case is messed up, or the artwork, or whatever, the disc, or whatever. But then I come across this other one that's mint, like this thing is new mint. I should be able to articulate that in my listing and say, hey, this one I have here, even though I've sold 30 of these that are just kind of like, you're run of the mill, regular condition, nice condition, nothing special. This one is amazing condition. This thing is, I do this for a living, and I don't see them like this. And so that should cross translate to clothing, to toys, to anything really. Like if you're selling those things regularly, you should be able to say, hey, this is the regular one. This is the regular run of the mill, but this one is legit mint. I don't see stuff like this much. This thing is in amazing condition. Like you broke this thing out the box almost. This thing is nice. So you want to command a premium for that item, and articulate that in your listing. And if you take good pictures and you're very descriptive, I don't do that all the time, but when it needs it and warrants it, I do it, because, like video games, for example, a Nintendo Advance SP, I've got 6 of them upstairs, and I've sold, I don't know, 30, 40 of them throughout my time doing this now. you rarely see them without any scratches, scuffs, or anything on them. They're normally scratched up. They normally have issues either on the screen, on the outer shell, inner shell, whatever. The buttons are a little sticky, a little. There's usually the one I have upstairs is a black one. It is mint. It is freaking like it just came out the box. It is mint. You don't see them like that very often. So what I'm going to do, I'm shooting the moon on that one. And I'm going to articulate that, take really good pictures, and articulate that in my listing. The thing is mint. All the buttons are crispy and nice. There is no issues on the screen at all. The outside cover, both sides, front and back, are mint. No scratches. Like, it is in gorgeous condition. And so I'm going to get a premium for that one. And the last one I sold was the light blue, I believe it was the light blue one a while back, and I got a premium for that one because that one was in the same condition. It was extremely nice. So obviously, again, to each his own. You do what you do. I do what I do. There's no right or wrong, but I can tell you, if you're not deciphering and articulating those instances that you get something that is in fact minty mint and is very, very nice, and you're not trying to get a premium for those, and you're not, then you're leaving money on the table is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And I wouldn't be scared of that one person that might do a return on it. That's fine. Send it back to me. I'll sell it to another dude, somebody else, another person, and they'll appreciate it because it is mint. I do this all the time. I don't see them like this. I see them beat up, messed up, have flaws here or there, have some sort of blemishes, have something going on. This thing is mint. It's minty mint. It's like I would keep this for my collection because it's so damn nice. And so that's usually kind of like, again, it is subjective to some degree, depending on your verbiage. But when that thing is mint and nice and looks new and has no problems, I from my standpoint, you should be putting that in your listing. And I promise you at that point, those specific items, and they're more rare to come across because, again, I sold 20 of the SPs and they were all just regular condition. Well, then I've come across a couple that were just straight mint, and you shoot the moon for those. And so those few ones that you come across that are mint, like I'm sure Warpig, you get a ton of collectibles from people that are just in bins and they're all beat up, and some are better condition than others and this and that. So I understand where you're coming from. But if you pulled one out that was like, whoa, that thing is nice, like it doesn't look like it was that one that you've sold 20 of before that are just you normally see them pretty much in regular played with condition, and this one is like collector condition, no issues with it, you would want to at least that one put up and try to shoot the moon for it. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, again, to each his own. Let's keep this moving. Let's keep this party rolling. The dark. I'm rambling. You all know me. The Dark 25. Funny, Joe. My mom shops the same way your mom does for the holidays, birthdays, etc. You think I'd pick up on the same smart habit, but nope. I'm super last minute shopper. Same. Do you plan on doing a big after holiday sale to move more items? There are lots of people that deal hunt after the holidays. Absolutely. I'll probably. Well, I've got my sales all through the month, so they'll still be up throughout the rest of the month. I wouldn't say I'm going to do a specific sale after the holidays, but I'll just keep the same one rolling probably. But yeah, our moms, man, they're that's super proactive. That's for sure. Yarina says, Joe, put up those loose switch games you have. I'm looking for a few and I don't need them. With the cases, looking for Donkey Kong, Tropical Freeze. Congrats on your sales and keep crushing it. Well, Yarina, I'm pretty sure I got a few copies of Tropical Freeze Donkey Kong. So I'll try to, at some point, I got a lot of stuff in line before those right now. I got a huge crate of controllers that I need to get up, and then I'll move on back over to games. Actually, handhelds after that, and then games again. So I probably won't get to them anytime soon, but when I do, I'll let you know if you want to grab one, if you're still in the market for it. Yarina, let's see. Yarina says, I just had a return that made me so mad because the guy was smart at finding something to get the item returned. I sold an iPad stating the screen had to be replaced, but it was working fine. Charging, the body of it was in great condition. Well, I had the box and decided to include it just to make it easier to ship. I reset the iPad and shipped it out. Well, I happen to have another iPad just like it, and the one I grabbed, one of the boxes, because they were the same. The guy opened the return because he found that the serial number of the box didn't match the iPad serial number. And I was like, what? I reached out saying, I'm sorry it's a broken iPad and it included the box to make it easier, but I can ship the right box because I have two iPads. He just responded, I need the iPad to match the serial in the box. Well, if the box wasn't included or in the pictures to begin with, that shouldn't matter. That's a bogus return. Bogus return. Freaking eBay. Or customers. It's not so much even eBay. It's just dumb customers, man. Like, really? The box, it sounds to me like you just sold the iPad. You weren't selling the box. You just used the box to include in it to make it easier to ship. You have two of them. You grab the box that didn't match the serial number of the one you sent, which, again, the box was just a bonus. It wasn't even supposed to be part of the listing. I get where you're coming from. Dumb return. After the third message, I realized English wasn't his primary language because 3 different messages repeated the same sentence no matter what I said. So went ahead and refunded the money and paid for the shipping back. And I just got it back today. And on the iPad, he put a printout of tape saying serial number does not match. I needed the numbers to match. You weren't buying the box. People are dumb, man. Isn't that crazy? Because the serial numbers didn't match, but it was listed as parts and repair, and I was not going to include the box. And I feel like he needed to find something to return it because he changed his mind and got buyer's remorse and had no returns on it. People are nuts, man. People are nuts. Yarina, I'm sorry. Trust me, I get it. There's just some crazy folks out there. That's all I'm gonna say on that one. There's some crazy folks out there. Sell it again. Keep it moving. It's kind of like, it's like, you're darned if you do and you're darned if you don't. Like, you were including the box just as a good, just as an extra bonus. Great, thanks a lot. You're 100% right. Condition is everything. I mean, condition. I'm just saying. I think so, and I get the subjectiveness part of it, but I try to be very thorough on what I'm saying is excellent. I'm not trying to say an average item is excellent because obviously you're going to get returns, and it's because it's not, or negative feedback. If it's minty mint, I'm going to articulate that it's minty mint. If it's run of the mill average, like 90% of the other stuff I pick up, the exact same item, then I'm just going to put down just nice condition if it's just nice condition, because nice condition is broad. You know what I mean? So I just normally, if it's nice condition, nice case, nice artwork, nice disc, just has a few scratches, nothing major, and just put nice condition or good condition, and that's it. Keep it moving. Kind of like Yarina's point, I'd rather downplay it a little bit and just say good condition, and they get it, and they're like, whoa, this is actually in really good condition. I like that, and get kind of that boost and that extra, because I've had customers say in better condition than I expected. But when it's really, 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 really nice, I'm going to articulate that it's really, 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 really nice and use like power words like excellent condition or almost like new condition. Again, to each his own. There's nothing wrong with it. Either way you go, it's fine. There's no right or wrong with this eBay shit, man. It's to each his own. Craig says apps don't get them more customers. They should lower the prices. Plus the app discounts just prove that their prices are too high. Yeah, I can agree with that. They're obviously charging a lot. But they're publicly traded companies, so they're going to keep chipping away and trying to get more out of us. That's just business. Unfortunately, it does suck. But appreciate your comments and hanging out. Phantom says, Jersey Joe, time to get sponsored. Man, you ain't lying. Black Friday, Cyber Monday took care of majority of Christmas shopping. Plus, sad closure to our local Big Lots helped a bunch. Oh, Big Lots, yeah, Big Lots is on its way down for sure. You are 1,000% right. Condition makes money. I'd rather pay a few bucks more for a NOS, new old stock, new inbox than having something loose without original packaging. Once in a blue moon, I'll pick loose depending on rarity and condition. Appreciate the shout outs and the community in chat. Man, look at you. Man, appreciate you hanging out, Phantom. Yes, I agree. All right, next one up is Mark. Did you just rip one? Did he just rip one? Look, it's possible. I don't think I did on camera, but I mean, maybe. I don't know. It could happen. It's possible. It's not unlike me to possibly rip one from time to time. It is what it is. I don't think I did though, but it's possible. We'll just leave it at that. Next one is Ringo the Dingo. Hey Joe, why go shopping? Just give your kids and wife some games and clothes they haven't sold. Too easy. Because they don't want none of the clothes that I have or the games for that matter. My kids are on iPads and they don't mess with gaming stuff. 25 subs, good for my lunch. It's good for my lunch. That's 50 subs, half subs, because I have enough points for 50 halves. I can go a month and a half with just eating the Jersey Mike's for free. I love it. Um, Winston says 700 subs. Yippee for the personable and steadfast Joe, the best vlog and reseller a channel on YouTube. Well, I don't know about that, but I appreciate that you feel that way, and thank you for your continued support and hanging out. I wish I mean it, you know, maybe one day I'll compete with some of these big guys, but I'm just your average Joe in his little old garage in little old North Carolina and just doing this thing. You know what I mean? I'm just going to continue being me. Killer Boy, yes, tried a lot of different sales. I just can't compete with someone selling similar free shipping. Example, $8.99, $2, $8.99, $2 free shipping. Can't go that low. Mostly media is my niche. Movie, CDs, VHS, Blu-ray, cassette tapes, plumbing, automotive lights, a few video games. Keep killing, Joe. Love you. Media is tough, man. I mean, I've picked up some sealed DVDs and Blu-rays and things like that, cassette tapes. You know, now and again you come across a gem. I forget what did I pick up a while back. Beastie Boys, I think it was. It was a $25 tape. I picked it up for $1. Didn't realize it. Just it was a Beastie Boys old school 80s. I was like, I'll pick it up, and it ended up being a $25 tape. I've come across Goonies, the VHS, the original print, the very first print with no barcode on the back. That thing's like, I don't know, 60 to 80 bucks or something. It's, you know, but most media, I mean, you do have those gems, but it's a rough niche. You have to have tons of volume. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say like you might want to consider changing your niche, but because that's what you know about, and I'm sure you're very good at it. But and I'm not going to say it's a dying niche because there's a lot of folks that still look for that stuff, but it is competitive, like probably anything else for that matter. It's competitive. Yeah, I'm not sure what to say on that one, man. Maybe maybe I don't know. Yeah, I wish I had more meat for you on that one. I'll try to think of some stuff for you, but I would say, yeah, media niche, movies, CDs, VHS, Blu-ray, cassette tapes. Not that there's not money in it, but it's rare to find. It's hard to find those gems that are worth money in those. Most of them are nickel and dime. So you're nickel and dime, and and it's like you said, it's hard. I understand. Some of the cassette tapes I sold Janet Jackson. What I can say is maybe, and you may have already done this, the one thing that has helped me out when it comes to media is normally when I look for media like cassette tapes, we'll just use that as an example, I look for the same artist and then I bundle them together. So like one time I went to a yard sale, a lady had a whole bunch of cassette tapes. I went through them all, picked out like 7 Janet Jackson tapes and sold them as a lot for like 25 bucks for the lot, and I got them for like a quarter a piece. So I'm in like $2, you know what I mean? Or not even $1.75. I think I gave her $2. And then I, turned around and sold it for like 25 bucks plus shipping. So, each tape breaks down to be like $3 a tape for whoever bought them, or $4 a tape after shipping, maybe 4 times 7, 28. Yeah, probably about $4, maybe even $5 a tape for whoever picked them up with shipping included and everything for whoever bought them. But that would be the only thing I could really say is start bundling your like artists together. Maybe that'll help. I tried to do that with Blu-rays, like horror movie Blu-rays. There was a dude that had so many Blu-rays and a lot of them were sealed, and I've still got them over here sitting from probably a year ago, and they still haven't sold. But I bundled them into superhero and horror, and they're still sitting around. I got some watchers on them, but nobody's buying them. Nobody's sending me offers on them. They're just sitting. And there's like 8 to 10 per bundle of horror movies and or superhero movies, and again, no bites. So it's rough category for sure. Outside of bundling stuff together, that's about all I got for you, man. Keep up that goal, says Killer Boy. Thank you, Killer Boy. I appreciate you. And then the last comment is DY Man, what percentage of your listings are promoted versus not? DY Man, I actually do. So typically my new listings, I don't promote. So like anything that's up for like 30-ish days or less, I don't really mess with promoting. I usually let them marinate for a bit before I promote. And then usually, and again, there's no set time, but usually when things are up for a little while, we'll just say that give or take 30 days. That's usually when I'll go in, because normally every once a month or once every 2 months, I'll go in and I'll end and relaunch my marketing incentive or my promotion, promoted listings. And so I normally at that point, if it's something that has been up for about 30-ish days, then it'll get lumped into my promoted listings. Newer stuff I try to not mess with promoted. Some video game systems that I know will sell, even though they sit for a while, I won't really mess with promoted listings. But that's basically kind of how I do it. Most of my stuff, if not all of my stuff, even some of the video game systems that I'm mentioning, actually the video game systems will get promoted listings. I just won't put a 5% off or 10% off sale on them. But I will do promoted listings on them because that gets more eyeballs on them, and I'll eat the 5% to do that because I normally do 5% promoted listings. So I'm cool with 5%, of my listing going toward promoted if it ends up getting sold quicker and get more eyeballs on it. So again, that's just kind of how I do it. All right, guys. That's it for questions or comments. Appreciate the comments. Let's move over to sales. Had 9 sales for a total of $616.82. 9 sales, $616.82. Did pretty darn good. Let's start pulling. Of course, we had more. We had more Switch games. That's for sure. We had more Switch games sell. Obviously, Unraveled. Unravel, PGA Tour, and Animal Crossing all sold. If I'm not mistaken, these are the 3 that sold. Yep, Unraveled. So Unraveled sold for 22 free shipping. 22 free shipping. 2K21 Golf went for $40 plus shipping, and then Animal Crossing went for $34 plus shipping. So there's that. Switch. No, sold another Switch. I'm telling you, man. I've been holding on to these Switches and or been picking up Switches. The problem is a lot of them people want a lot of them right now, a lot of money for them now. They pretty much want premium. So I haven't really picked up a bunch lately, but last month I picked up like 4. I did pick up one recently, but they sell around this time very well. Switches are good. It's got the Mario case. I'm not going to open the whole thing up, but it's got everything with it. The triggers, the controller grip, all of it. Sold for $230 free shipping. $230 free shipping on that one. PS4 sell as well around this time pretty well, but again, it's one of those things where I have a hard time sourcing them right now because people want premium for them, and I'm not trying to pay premium because I can't flip something to make $30. That's not happening. So PS4. I wish some of my older stuff would sell, my older systems. Red controller, 500 gig. There it is right there. So, all right. So PS4 controller, no games on this one. No bundled games because I didn't have any bundled games to go with it. So there you go. That sold for, it's a 500 gig. Sold for $134 plus shipping. $134 plus shipping. Sonic. Which one? Because one was in not very good condition and one was in good condition. So which one is this? No manual, nice condition. So this is the one that's not in so nice condition because you got some stuff there on the artwork. So you can see here on the other side of the artwork, it's got some stuff there on the PS3. So it's not stuff on it. It's just aged. So that one is, I don't have any condition on that one on my listing, but this one is in nice condition. It's in nice condition, and the disc is in nice condition. So I put down nice condition, no manual, and the disc is mint, no scratches, no nothing. Case is nice, so nice condition. There you go. Anyway, that's just me, how I do. $11.50 free shipping on that one. More perfume sold, more Avon perfume, $45 on Avon perfume. And let's see. Avon perfume and Spyro. Let me make sure I grab the right one. I still haven't sold his damn Prima. I need to sell the Prima. That's the one that I got the most of, and I haven't sold any of them yet. I need to sell that stuff. That's the stuff that's coming with lotion. It's the perfume and the lotion and the shower gel for like $30. Ain't nobody jumping. And I got like 13 of them. But anyway, this sold for $45 free shipping on this one. 45 free shipping, Avon perfume. And then the last two sales, Spyro, sold for $25. And again, on this one, it's in good condition. It has some scratches on the disc, but I didn't put any condition. And I just, on the drop down for the condition that eBay gives you, I just put good because it's in good condition. It's nothing special. I didn't articulate any type of condition. It's got some scratches, nothing major. It's been tested. It works. Again, I didn't put down any type of condition on this one. Now, if it was minty mint and the disc was mint and it was like, whoa, we just opened the package, I would put this as excellent condition, almost like new. Disc has no scratches, flawless, and I would have gotten a premium out of it and got probably 15 bucks more. But this sold for 25, free shipping, and that's why I do condition. And then Blitz, NFL Blitz. This one I did put nice condition. It is actually in pretty nice condition. Blitz sold for 15 plus shipping. If I remember correctly, the disc is pretty minty. Pretty minty, yep. So there's that, nice condition. So there's that. So those are the sales. Again, 9 sales for $16.82. Again, that's before shipping and fees. That's the all out the door with shipping and everything. So that's obviously, it's not quite that high after it's all said and done, but not bad. Almost tripled the goal for the day, which is amazing. So hopefully this stays going for at least another week or so. Because I'm enjoying it, and I like getting stuff out of here and getting holes in my shelves so I can reload come springtime. Come January, February, start sourcing heavy again, and rinse and repeat, man. See what we find. I love going out hunting. But that's all I got for you guys. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I'm gonna get this stuff packed up and shipped out. And again, hopefully your sales are going well. If you have any questions about anything, packing, shipping, fees, eBay, supplies, taxes, condition, I don't know how you do this and how you do that. How do you do promoted listings? Why do you do this? Why do you do that? Like, just whatever it is you have questions about, feel free to drop them. I love talking about what it is that I do, and hopefully it can help some of you. I drop some nuggets along the way and help some of you guys, give you some aha moments like, okay, I like that. I'll try that. Or maybe not. Maybe you're the man or the woman and you do it all, and and you already know whatever it is that I'm talking about, and that's great. But I'm sure there's lots of folks out there that are watching that are like, man, I didn't realize that or didn't know that, but until I kind of depend on y'all for the questions. So drop questions, drop comments. Let me know how your sales are going. Also, love to know how your sales are going. And yeah, anything situational that you got going on that may have happened to you on eBay that you want to share that I can maybe give my 2 cents on, throw it at me. I'd love to give my 2 cents on whatever. If you can tell, I like to ramble a little bit, so I'll talk about it. And I've probably experienced it myself. So I've probably had a very similar or this exact same situation because I've been through a lot of shit on eBay. I'll just say that. So but that's all I have for you guys. Again, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and we will see y'all tomorrow, assuming we have sales, which hopefully we should. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. And make sure you like and subscribe. That's the best way you can support the channel. Like and subscribe. Drop some comments. Bye, guys.